Hello, shining souls, and welcome to my channel. I'm the Angelic Mystic, and I am on a mystical mission to spread love, light, and joy to all that reside on this beautiful planet. I just want to take a quick second to say thank you so much to anybody and everybody out there who watched my very first YouTube video. I'm just so ecstatic with the response that it's gotten, and it's been such a positive experience so far, and I'm so excited to see where this journey takes us. So thank you for being here with me on YouTube. I'm so excited. So let's get right into it. Today we have got another pick a card oracle reading, but today we are doing what is your life purpose with insight from your spirit guides. So let's get right into it, and I will show off the piles and crystals, and you guys can pick what is calling your name and get right into your reading. For card number 1, we have Lord Shiva with Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. We've got some very powerful cards that came out. And the crystal for card number 1 is, of course, Shiva Lingam. For card number 2, we have got Isis, Magic Manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. And the crystal for card number 2 is Pyrite. For pile number 3, we have Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. The crystal for pile number 3 is Amethyst. So take a second and just tune in. Deep breath in. And out. And see what card or crystal is calling your name. There are no right or wrong answers here, and sometimes you are drawn to multiple piles. If that happens, it just means that there are messages in each pile that you are drawn to. So take a second, don't rush it, and choose what you are called to. You can then see the exact timestamps in the description of the video to skip right to your personalized reading. I'm so excited to get into these readings. I know they're going to be amazing. Hello, pile 1. You have chosen the Lord Shiva Transcendence card and the Shiva Lingam crystal. Just had to pair these two together. It's just too good of a combination. So let's go ahead and stick the card and crystal right up there so that you can see it during your reading. And let's get straight into it to figure out what is your life purpose and what insight your spirit guides have for you, pile 1. So thank you, angels and guides, for tapping me into the collective of pile 1. So what does Pile 1 need to know right now about what their life purpose is, and what advice do the spirit guides have for Pile 1, please? So we are going to be choosing 9 cards out of this deck, 7 cards from my Dragons deck, 4 cards from the Crystal deck, and 5 cards from the Lemuria deck for this reading. So it is nice and full and stacked. I'm already getting such high vibrational energies off of this reading. I'm so excited to really dive into it. And I just have a feeling that it is a good one. Let's go down here. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Pile 1, let's get into it. Oh, wow. I love that. To start off, we have Bridget, inner strength, move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. Well, you definitely are a powerful individual. Somebody who holds a lot of strength. You have a lot of power to you. Sometimes, though, you do forget that, and sometimes you do fall out of your wholeness. So to really encapsulate and make use of all of that inner strength, that full power, you really do need to make sure that you are coming back to wholeness and remembering who you are on a soul level, because you are a very powerful individual. Now you have the Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. I love this for you because this is the Divine Director of Guardian Angels. So right now with this card popping up, that's telling me that you have a lot of angelic protection around you. You have a lot of angelic energy, and you really are being guided in this lifetime by the divine. You may be somebody who sees a lot of angel numbers or feathers when you're out walking, or notice animal symbols a lot. So know that you are truly being guided to be on this ultimate path of happiness. So you are not alone, Pile 1. You have a lot of magical guidance with you on this path. I'm already starting to see how Lord Shiva is fitting into your reading overall, with this strength and the fact that you are divinely guided. Oh my goodness. Pile 1. All right. Next you've got Krishna with devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Now, to me, what is popping out here is this first line, trust your spiritual guidance, especially because we're just talking about how you are divinely guided. You definitely aren't walking this path blindly. So to have Krishna pop up next feels really special. Your commitment to the divine is going to be something that is recognized in this life and reciprocated. So if you aren't somebody who already has a daily spiritual practice, I would encourage you, Pile 1, to start looking into a daily practice and start getting disciplined with it. Whether that's as simple as 5 minutes of meditation a day, maybe saying a certain prayer every day, maybe setting up a little altar space. Whatever you do when it comes to devotion to the divine is going to be recognized here, because you are so interconnected with the divine and guided by them. Your devotion is something that can actually help you on your life purpose, on your life path. So I do feel like spirituality is quite at the forefront for you, Pile 1, as something that you should devote a lot of your time and energy into. It feels like that is going to be something that is going to be a huge part of your life purpose, is the divine, is spirituality, is magic. Oh my goodness. This is such an exciting reading, pile one. Wow. Next you have charity. We're talking about doing some daily practice, some daily spiritual practices, and now we've got the prayer and contemplation card. Connect with heaven, ask, and you shall receive. I'm telling you, pile one, you have a very strong spiritual connection, and you really need to tap into that because I feel like there is some potential there that is just waiting for you, some manifestation skills that are just kind of waiting for you to tap into. I do feel the more you connect with the divine, the more you ask, the more you set intentions, the more you say prayer, the more you really put your time and energy and effort into those types of spirituality things, the more you're really going to receive and get back because you are this divinely connected being. You are being listened to from other realms. See your next card. Oh, you've got the wall. Cool. Dharma unfolding. Remember, you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Really reminds me of the Divine Director card as well, because in there it does say that happiness is your purpose. And this card here is reminding you that you are on a path, which is the ultimate end goal is happiness, and to take one step at a time. This is a journey for you. This is not necessarily about the destination, pile one. This card is really making me feel like your life purpose isn't necessarily one thing, like, oh, you're supposed to be a lawyer and that's that. It really feels like with all of these cards up here, it's basically reminding you of your strength. And these three cards are basically reminding you how connected you are to spirit and to the divine and to the universe. So really what I'm getting from this, especially with Lord Shiva's transcendence, the card you picked, pile one, really what I'm getting with this is your purpose is the journey. Your purpose is the Dharma unfolding. Your purpose is learning every single time you experience something. And every time you experience something, you learn, you grow. You experience something, you learn, you grow. That's almost feeling like your purpose. Also, a huge part of your purpose is interlaced with spirit and with spirituality. So let's keep going and see what else is coming up. But this is very profound feeling like you're here to just learn these divine lessons and to remember how strong you are and to remember who you truly are. All right, next we've got Diana with focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcome. This is great. Again, kind of touching on those manifestation things, and with charity, the charity card, ask and you shall receive. It's like, what are you truly asking for? What do you truly desire? The more clear you are with the universe, pile one, the more you're going to get exactly what you want. So get clear. Get those focused intentions, because it does feel like you are supposed to uncover some sort of manifestation techniques or abilities within you. I really do feel like that is something that is supposed to be uncovered in your life and part of your life purpose, pile one. You are supposed to learn how to manifest, which again is something that comes from the universe. That's universal knowledge, universal technologies, if you will, energetic technologies. So yes, you are so connected to the universe. I love Joan of Arc showing up for you. Voice of truth, stand strong, focus on your purpose, and release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. This is giving me, the same energy that Bridget is giving me. You're supposed to be learning all of these things and on this path of discovery and on this journey of figuring out who you truly are, but you're also supposed to be standing strong in everything that you learn and releasing the fears that others are going to ridicule you or judge you or persecute you. I do feel like you have such a beautiful journey here Pile one, you are supposed to stand strong and share it. You are supposed to speak up and share your experiences, share what you have learned on this wonderful path to happiness that you are on. Oh my goodness. Whoa, you have got the miracle card, pile one. Wow, so this is the miracles card from this deck. The Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. This is amazing. I know I've said this so many times, but I can't stop reiterating how connected you are to the universe, pile one. So I don't know if some of you are probably already spiritual, but those of you who maybe are just kind of starting to get into this kind of stuff, or kind of dipping your toes into the water, I'm telling you, you aren't going to be disappointed if you go down the path of spirit, because spirit has your dang back, and it is such a strong trait in you that when you start to unlock it, you are going to be absolutely amazed at the miracles and the things that you learn, that you uncover, and that come to you. So, wow. I do feel like the more you tap into your spirituality, pile one, the more the miracles are going to be able to come through for you. And I love how this card has showed up right under the devotion card. Like I'm saying, the more you devote yourself to the spiritual path, the more those miracles are going to come through for you. They truly are. All right, and this last card, we have got Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. All right, so I do feel like maybe one of the harder things for you guys is speaking up and speaking your truth. You do have Joan of Arc showing up to remind you to speak your truth, and you do have Bridget showing up to remind you here that you are extremely powerful, but you do sometimes forget that. So she's reminding you to move back to that power, recognize that it is within you. So I do feel like there are some things communication wise, pile one, that you have some trouble speaking up about at times. You feel like maybe you're going to get shot down, ridiculed, or maybe just people plain won't understand where you're coming from. So you just decide to stay quiet. You decide to maybe not bring it up. But really a message from your spirit guides here letting you know to start working on that throat chakra, start working on that open communication. If you do things in love, this is the key with this card, speak up with love. When you do things in love, you're not coming from a space of anger or hatred or embarrassment. You know, you're coming from love. You're coming from that heart chakra space, which is unconditional, which is non-judgmental. So it's a safe, it's an open, it's a comfortable place, and this is where conversations can be the most productive when they are done in love. So I do feel like your spirit guides here are encouraging you to start practicing to speak up when you feel like you need to, and to speak up with love in those times. And just like your Holy Spirit card here right beside, telling you that remember, only love is real. Love is the universe. Love is the frequency of God. Love is the frequency of everything, whatever word you want to use, you know, the universe, source, God. You can interchange any word, but that is what love is. Love is light. It is interchangeable. So wow, this is really interesting so far. I do feel like the main messages I'm getting here for your life purpose is you're here to remember your inner power and come back to that wholeness. You're here to remember your connection to spirit. You're here to speak up and voice what you have learned and voice your experiences and what you have gone through. And you're also here on a path, an ultimate path of happiness, and that is what you truly are here to uncover. And it feels like your largest purpose in life is to be on this path of discovery, of remembrance, of transcendence, is just an absolutely divine spread so far, and I am loving every second of this. You are such a special soul, pile one, and you are really here to experience life, to grow, to learn, to remember who you truly are, to step back into your power, and then to share that with the world. How exciting! That is such a magical life purpose. So let's keep going. We're going to dive into our next deck and ask some more specific questions. So thank you to my angels and guides for tapping me into the collective of pile one. So thank you for bringing through anything that pile one needs to know right now for the highest good of all. Clear that energy. So we're going to ask, what is at the core of what you love to do? So let's ask the dragon deck, what's at the core of what you love to do? All right. Vision, contemplating the future. So you're a visionary. You're very creative. You like looking for new ways to do things. You love inventing. You love envisioning the way to do a project, the way to start a business, the way to create something. You are truly you are truly a master of imagination also. I'm feeling you may dabble in daydreaming a little bit, which is absolutely magical. I do believe that we lose a lot of our imagination as adults, but you feel like you're somebody who has held on to that. You're able to tap into that visionary, creative, evolutionary type of energy, and you're really able to view absolutely anything in a new light, in a new way. And that makes a lot of sense with the other cards here that we have pulled in the background. So you really like to just kind of be a trendsetter in a way, but it feels like you're never leaving people out in your trends. You like to be an all-inclusive trendsetter. You really are here to include everybody. You love to envision something better. You don't like to envision something worse. You like to make things better. So that's beautiful. Next, we're going to ask, what's in the way of you doing more of what you love? So what's in the way currently of you doing some visionary, creative type of pursuits and projects right now? So what's unfortunately getting in the way for you? Because life is life, and obviously we're not always able to do what we love to do. So let's see what might be blocking that for you right now. Okay, so bliss, cherishing the day. So you're too much in work mode right now. You're not enough in play mode, bliss mode, cherishing the small little things mode. I absolutely love this card. So your spirit guides here are calling on you to bring some more bliss into your life, because that makes a lot of sense. To be visionary and creative, you kind of have to be happy and joyful in a way. You have to see the little things in life to give you inspiration. And you really are cherishing a lot of the present moment, because that's where a lot of those ideas can come from. So it feels like you're a little bit in this robotic work mode, and you don't have enough of those magical, blissful moments in your day, which is causing you to not be as creative as you normally are, or causing you to not be as visionary as you normally are, or imaginative. So yeah, your guides here are really calling you in to just have some more dang fun. Bring a little bit of bliss. Go out for a walk and actually look at your surroundings. Look at the flowers, smell the fresh air. Cherish those little things, because the more you do that, the more you're going to tap into what you really love to do, which is being that creative visionary. And you're going to be surprised at what ideas come from having some fun and bliss. Not always do our ideas come from working hard. Sometimes the best ideas come from play. So next we're going to ask, what should you be more aware of for some aligned opportunities? So what should you be more aware of, pile one, whoop, for some aligned opportunities coming your way? Invention, burning with passion. This is kind of playing off of your last card here. So again, tapping into that passion, that creativity, and coming up with some sort of new passion project here. So I do feel like, again, your guides are tapping into the fact that you need to bring back a little bit of this creativity, this imaginary type of energy that you love to do so much. I think it's been quite a while, pile one, since you have done a passion project, something that you did for you, not for somebody else, not for your community, not for your family, not for work, but truly that you wanted to do. So I feel like this is your spirit guides calling you out a little bit here. You know, bring in some bliss, bring in some fun and some joy, and also bring back your passion and start a new project. That's going to bring you the most aligned opportunities. I feel like when you're in that energy, when you're creating something new, you have such a magnetizing effect in your energy when you're doing this. So I feel like that's what your guides are saying here, like start a new passion project and you're going to get offers in other areas of your life. You're going to align yourself to better opportunities, even though this passion project may have absolutely nothing to do with your work or your finances or your community or your love life or anything. It for some reason is going to get you further in those areas because you're going to be so magnetized and your energy just gets amplified and powered up when you're doing something passionate that you want to do. Next, we are going to ask, what are you here to bring into the world? So what are you here to bring into the world? Protection, finding what's important. So this card is talking about boundaries in a way. It is talking about figuring out what is important to you and then protecting that and not letting anybody push you around or push those boundaries. So it is feeling like you have a very strong personality and it's inspiring to others. So when you say, for instance, start this new passion project and your friends see you doing something that makes you so happy, it's going to inspire them to set stronger boundaries, inspire them to say, hey, you know what? Creativity is important to me too. And I haven't done anything for like 6 months because I keep taking overtime at work. So they're going to see you living your life, you figuring out what's important, you keeping those boundaries, and you in turn inspire others to step up in their life, to figure out what is important, and to, in a way, create a more positive, joyful life. These cards up here, the visionary, the bliss, and the passion, I feel like that's kind of what you're here to teach other people. Like, hey, life doesn't have to be a drag. You know, you can have this bliss, you can have this creativity, you can envision these beautiful things for you, you can do things that make you passionate. You really can have a life that is filled with these things. You just have to want it hard enough. You have to protect it. You have to protect those ideals, right? If you really want a life of creativity, but you keep saying yes to taking overtime hours to your boss and you never have time to be creative, well, you're not protecting what you feel is important. You're letting people push your boundary back and back and back, and now all of a sudden you're living this life with no passion, no vision, no bliss, and no creativity, and you're just stuck and you feel dead. So I feel like you're somebody that is almost a leader in a way of, hey, look at me living out my dreams. Look at me living out this life this type of way, because I'll say from your cards pile 1, you are no ordinary soul. You probably aren't the type of person who's gonna have the same job for 15 years or stay at the same office job, the boring, mundane office job, just because that's what you do. It doesn't feel like that's you on a soul level. Even if that is maybe something that you have done on a soul level, that's not you. You want the bliss, you want the passion, you want the creativity. So I do feel like that is something that you're here to actually show others. You're here to bring that energy of, hey, look, figure out what you want to do, figure out what your passion is, figure out what makes you happy, and protect it. And then bam, look at, you're living the life you've always dreamed of. It's not as difficult as society makes it seem to live your dream life. And I feel like that's something that you're here to help others see and almost in a way subconsciously teach, because you are just teaching that by living your life and doing what you normally do. So next we're gonna ask, what can you grow from right now? So let's see what your guides have for you. What can you grow from pile 1? Destruction, releasing your anger. I actually love when this card comes up, and I think it's such an important card because so many of us don't release our anger. We let it pile up, we let it bottle up inside of us, and then it comes out in a very unconstructive way. So right now you can grow pile 1 by releasing your anger, bringing about a little bit of destruction in your life. Sometimes when we hold on to something for so long, it creates this stagnant type of energy within us, and it creates a barrier where nothing else can come in. So when you're angry and holding on to something, maybe you're not going to be as joyful when your friends tell you a joke, because in the back of your mind, you're thinking about this thing that is angry. So when we release it, we let go of that anger, there instantly becomes a pocket in our field of energy where, hey, something new can come in. You can fill that with joy. Now you're not distracted by that anger. It's been released. So now when you're, interacting with others and they say something that is funny to you, you can actually genuinely, in that present moment, fill yourself up with a little bit of joy because you don't have this stagnant anger filling you up. So definitely find something that can help you to release your anger, pile 1, because that's going to help you grow right now. Another really good thing for releasing anger is doing some shadow work. A lot of us hold on to anger from things that happened to us from a really long time ago. And sometimes all we need to do is release it. And it doesn't mean we have to talk to that person and have a conversation with whoever is making us feel angry. You can get out a journal and write a letter to that person and then burn the letter or bury it in the ground and let the, Mother Gaia take it away, take your anger away. But find a way to release it because you can really grow here. Your spirit guides are really saying anger is something you can grow from. Next, we're gonna ask, what's the best tool for connecting to your spirit guides right now, pile 1? So since your spirit guides are giving you some insight on your life purpose today, I figured it'd be great to ask, what is something that you can do to connect with them on a deeper level? There it is. Ooh, you've got the grief card. Okay, so grief and anger for you right now. This is such a beautiful card. Let you admire it here for a second. So this card really talks about wearing your grief as your armor. As you can see, all the skulls on the chest of the dragon, and he's not letting it stop him. So it feels like, pile 1, you might have a little difficulty with feeling some of those harder emotions. They may be difficult for you to work through because you've got the anger and then grief here. So your guides are saying, okay, you can grow here by releasing some anger, and then they're saying you can also connect with us deeper if you work on some grief. So it does feel like the anger, the grief, those hard, tough, stagnant emotions are a little bit difficult for you to work through, pile one. Card has some beautiful messages in the book, and your spirit guides are really calling me right now, pile one, to get out the book and read directly straight from the book, the message. Sometimes the books are worded so eloquently, and spirit tells me that it's just the message can come forth better if I just read straight from the book. I don't always use the book, but this feels like the time where your guides are saying there is something in here that is going to be impactful for you, pile one. So let me get this out and read for you. So again, this card is how you can connect deeper to your spirit guides. So it feels like your spirit guides are saying you need to clear a little bit of grief, clear a little bit of these feelings, and it can then in turn clear your energy body for higher vibration energy to come in, which is going to be their communication. They say it is better to have loved and lost than to not have loved at all. But the pain is real and trying. When faced with loss, don't deny the gravity of the situation. Take time to truly process and accept the hand dealt. There will be tears, depression, and sorrow. But acceptance will come once the cycle has run its course. Work towards accepting the loss. Own your grief and wear it like armor. Let it shield your heart like a chest plate. There is no shame but power in the trial. Own the power of grieving and all its release. Let go. Let it flow through you. Wear it with pride. Your strength will come with time. So many times in life we are tempted to keep calm and carry on. But now is not the time or the place for such a robotic and inhuman approach. Feel your sadness. Take that time to mourn a loss. Own your grief when you need to. The time has come. Wow, yes, beautifully said. I don't think I could have put those words together as eloquently. So your spirit guides here, pile one, are really touching on feeling the feelings that you need to feel. I do think you're going through something right now, some sort of loss. It can be an internal loss, an external loss. It could be a relationship, a job. It could even be the loss of the old you. Maybe you're, transcending here and turning into a new person. So it feels like there is some anger tied to this situation that you're going through, and some feelings of grief and loss, and maybe some shame or upsetness here as well, pain. So your spirit guides are really letting you know to heal, to grow right now, as well as to help receive more messages from them, to really focus on working on releasing the anger that you're feeling, and to accept the grief and the loss that you're going through, and feel what you truly need to feel. Let those feelings process through you, and then once they've processed, once the cycle has gone through, your vibration is going to be raised, because you have now released these lower vibration energies. So we all go through this. We all have times where it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes you got to feel the low vibration energies. You have to let them come through you and move through you and feel them, really feel them. And then that's how you release them. And then that's how you hear your guides more, and that's how you grow, because you've risen your vibration. You have made room for something better, for joy, light, love. And now you can hear the frequency of your guides more, because that is the frequency they reside in, is of light and love and high vibration. So I'm really sending you lots of good luck and lots of strength to get through this right now. It does feel like it is a bit heavy. It is a bit of a loss that you're going through. So I do want to say that I am sending you a lot of love from my heart to yours. You'll get through this. Just know that it's okay to feel those unpleasant feelings. And let's pick one more card from the Dragon deck. So let's ask some overall advice from your spirit guides on your life purpose. What is some overall advice from your spirit guides regarding your life purpose? Knowledge. All right, beautiful. That makes a lot of sense. How I was saying, it seems like your life purpose is your dharma unfolding again with the wall. Cool, that card showing up. It feels like knowledge is a massive part of your journey. Learning for you on this journey of life, but then also sharing the knowledge that you have learned with others. That does feel like it is a massive part of what your life purpose is. And with how much you have spirit intertwined with all of this and your visionary and your passion and everything, I do feel like you are supposed to be some sort of teacher, some sort of leader, maybe even in the spiritual sense, but some sort of visionary leader that has a lot of knowledge, that has a lot of wisdom that people look up to, and people really trust what you have to say. And this knowledge that you have is really gained from a lot of your own experiences. So it feels like your purpose is truly, like I've said, is going through these experiences, learning, growing, gaining the knowledge, and then in turn sharing that knowledge and speaking up with it and not letting anyone persecute you. Because this knowledge really is essentially your own experiences. Wow. Beautiful. So let's get out our next deck. We are going to pull 4 cards from our crystal deck here. Thank you, angels and guides, for revealing through me what pile 1 needs to know right now for the highest good of all pertaining their life purpose. Clear that energy. All right, so we're going to grab a few cards from this deck. I love this deck. It's edged in rose gold. It's so pretty. So first we have got Initiation, Argonite, and Fire Element. Like I said, some of you, I do feel like you are going through an initiation right now, kind of into who you are supposed to be. A little bit of this transcendent energy here with Lord Shiva. I do feel like you might be stepping into a new phase of your life, a new chapter of your life. Again, whether that is internally or externally, maybe starting some new practices, maybe getting into spirituality deeper, maybe getting into a new relationship or leaving a relationship, maybe stepping further into your power, just kind of initiating yourself into your life purpose, since your life purpose is basically learning and growing and sharing what you have learned along the way. So I do feel like you're kind of starting the initiation into this life path. Maybe you thought your life was going to go a certain way and you're kind of second guessing it now. You're kind of like, what if I took a different path? So I do feel like this is kind of coming up for you guys right now, pile 1. A little bit of initiation into something new. Exciting. Oh my gosh, you can't make it up. Look at that beautiful synchronicity. 2 different decks and you both got the Transcendence card. Wow. And just as I was about to flip this, I was about to say, it feels like you guys have such an exciting life coming for you with this initiation card. And then bam, yes, initiation into transcendence, moonstone and crown chakra. Again, the crown chakra, that's your connection with the universe. That's where your information is going to be coming in from your guides. So it does feel like that's starting to open up for you more, and it's going to really open up for you more when you release some of that anger and that grief. So I do feel like you have a transcendence coming, and you have a lot of that transcendence energy throughout your whole life purpose. It feels like it's something that is kind of at the forefront, the center, which again makes sense why you had the Lord Shiva card come out for this pile overall. This is amazing. You have such a divine, beautiful life full of experiences ahead of you. What an exciting soul you have, pile one. Ooh, next, deep knowing, sunstone and the sacral chakra. Beautiful. Again, you've got the knowledge card, the deep knowing. The sacral chakra is also the core of creation. That's where everything is birthed from. That is where passion comes from. And your guides were talking earlier about bringing more bliss and like starting that passion project. So I do feel like that's tied directly into that sacral chakra energy, birthing something new. That's where you feel the best at. And again, with the knowledge card and the deep knowing, you are a very wise, even ancient soul, I would say, pile one. You are either aware of this or you're starting to unlock this. And I have a feeling so much more deep knowing and wisdom and ancient wisdom is going to come through for you on this path that you're starting with initiation and then transcendence. Definitely a lot of information locked into your soul. And the final crystal card, expression. I was saying your throat chakra. Yes, I was saying earlier with the Joan of Arc card that there might be a little bit of work on that throat chakra, and same with the Mercury, the communication card here. I do feel like that might be a little bit of a trouble for you at times, is fully expressing how you truly feel, because I feel like you are such like a deep soul, a very you're just a very deep soul. So a lot of the times you feel like your expression isn't going to be worth it. Saying what you truly feel isn't going to be reciprocated in the way that you might like. But I feel like your guides here are really telling you to work on that expression, work on that throat chakra, work on the fear of persecution. Okay? Because you have, like I said, you have a lot of wisdom, you have some deep knowing, some knowledge, you have so much passion and wisdom and light and love within you. You need to express that. You need to know how to express that. That is part of your life purpose, is expressing that. It's not supposed to just be all kept inside. You have so much of it. I think if you kept it all inside, you might explode. You're really here to share so much with the world. So I do believe that your guides here are really tapping back into that Joan of Arc card of telling you to work on that fear of persecution, work on the fear of public speaking, work on the fear of sharing how you truly feel, because you have a lot of good to express. So you need to work on knowing how to bring that out. Honestly, so far with everything going on, it feels like you're such a visionary, creative, a teacher, a leader. You really are here to do all of those types of things. Like I said, pile one, you don't have like a certain, oh, you're just supposed to be a lawyer and that's it. Like, no, you are a visionary, you are a creative, you are passionate, you are transcendent overall in your energy. You are somebody who's always learning, always growing. And your purpose is to always share what you have learned and grow. So I do feel like the knowledge and the deep knowing that you gain from your transcendence, from your experiences, that's your purpose. It's to share it. And whether that comes through in painting, comes through in music, comes through in whatever passion project. Again, those passion projects, I feel like you don't have just one thing you're good at. You're good at so many things here. So you can bring forth your experiences in many ways, through writing, through music, through art, through clothing, through, oh my gosh, just absolutely anything your mind could think of, because you're such a passionate, creative, inventive person. As such a visionary person, you probably have ways to bring through what you have learned that other people aren't even doing yet. So I do feel like essentially that is your life purpose so far from what I'm seeing. All right, let's get out our final deck, and we will be pulling 5 cards from this deck. So thank you, angels and guides, for tapping me into the collective of pile 1 and bringing forth the last messages that they really need to know right now based on their life purpose, and any messages from their spirit guides, please and thank you. Clear that energy. All right. Five. There we go. Oh, I love that for you. Radical expansion. Like with your initiation card right underneath of it here, I do feel like you are kind of starting to come into a more genuine and honest expression of who you truly are. This card talks about letting your internal rainbow dragon soar. You can see this rainbow dragon is coming straight from the heart center of this being. That is where it's originating from. So this card is really talking about expanding into your most genuine self, whether that is the way you look, the way you dress, the way you talk, what you do with your time, the way you spend your energy, who you surround yourself with. So I feel like a lot of those things are starting to change for you, or are going to start to change for you if they haven't already, pile 1, which is so beautiful because you really are, again, with that word, transcending into who you are meant to be truly on a soul level, which is your life purpose. What I was saying with this card down here, how you really inspire people to be their best self, and you inspire people to live their dream life just by being you. That's what I mean. You're just radically expanding into this person that is such an inspiring, joyful, blissful expression of who you really are. Loving compassion. Yes, I do feel like your guides are bringing this card out for you, pile 1. So really tapping into that love and compassion for yourself. You do feel like you give it out, or it does feel like you give out a lot of love and compassion to others, but your guides are calling on you right now to start tapping into that a little bit more for you. And I feel like they're bringing this card up that was talking on your anger and your grief card. So I think some love and compassion on yourself, maybe not being so hard on yourself right now, taking it a little bit easier if you feel like you should have been over it by now, or why is this still bothering me? Just bringing in a little bit more of love and care and compassion towards yourself for what you're going through right now, because I do feel like you are going through a bit of a rocky situation, but you're also going through this transcendence. So it's a bit confusing for you right now. It's like a good time, but also a bitter time. It's almost bittersweet in a way. So I do feel like this is a great card your guides are bringing forth to remind you through this roller coaster ride you're going through, have a little bit of love and compassion for yourself. It would be difficult for anyone to go through this, so stop being so hard on yourself, pile 1. Give yourself the love and compassion that you're always showing to others. Your next card. Oh, wow, no way. Solar plexus chakra has come up, and you've got the sacral chakra in this card as well. I love that. You really do have a lot of that passion, that life force, that creative, radiant energy. This is the radiant illumination. I do feel like that's something you really need to tap into. That's also going to help you step into what your life purpose is, which is going to help you share your experiences a little bit more confidently. Like I said, you could be a teacher, a writer, a creative, a visionary. You really, there really is no box I can put you into, pile one, which is why it's so important to get your sacral and your solar plexus chakras going, because that is the core of creativity. That is the center where life is birthed from. Those are the two chakras that you're really going to want to work on, because it's going to help you tap into that passion, that creativity, and it's going to help you tap into that inner fire, that inner power. You've got Bridget under here that was talking about tapping into that inner power and coming back to your wholeness. Well, that's where it's living. It's living in your solar plexus and your sacral. So I would definitely suggest doing some work on that. If you aren't already, pile one, you could possibly already be working on that. But if not, really start with the solar plexus chakra. Start there, and I'd say listen to some guided meditations you can do, or you can also listen to some solar plexus chakra music if you're just going about your day. And that's going to really help you to start to unlock that creativity and that passion and that life force center within you, because that is so important for you on your life purpose, on this life path. Next, we have got life force energy. I was just saying that word, just saying you need to tap into that creation, that passion, that life force energy. I'm telling you, that's like your fuel, pile one, okay? That is your fuel. This is the main thing that you need to conduct your life purpose, because if you don't have your life force, if your cup isn't filled up, if your energy isn't primed and primed, how can you share with others? How can you tap into your creativity to bring forth your wisdom? You're going to be too drained to do that, right? So I feel like your guides here are really, really highlighting for you life force energy. This is the thing that is going to help you fulfill your life purpose. So don't slack on your energy hygiene. If you don't do anything to keep your energy up or to refill your energy when you're feeling drained, certainly, pile one, look into that. You know, that can be anything from taking a little bit of time to go on a nature walk, to get away from, family or friends or society or work, whatever you need to do to recharge and refill. It can be meditation, yoga. It can be listening to certain types of calming music, mantras, anything that is going to fill you back up, because you need life force energy to fulfill your life purpose. I absolutely love how beautiful this card is, and I do feel like how bright and exciting and magical this card is. That's your path in life. That's your purpose. It's filled with excitement and color and joy and experiences and life force energy. You're supposed to experience these things and then share them. All right, pile one, your last card. Vulnerability. Yes, I do feel like vulnerability is a huge player in your life purpose as well, because you have to be vulnerable to, first of all, speak up about what you've gone through, but you also have to be vulnerable to share your experiences in a creative way. To make music is to be vulnerable. To make art is to be vulnerable. To write a book about your personal life is to be vulnerable on a whole nother level. That's like vulnerability with society, right? Anyone can see that. Anyone can potentially read that book. So I feel like vulnerability as well as life force energy, these are actually your two things your guides are saying, like, these are the keys to fulfilling your path. These are the keys to your life purpose. You need to have life force energy. You need to be vulnerable. These two things together are going to allow you to create those passion projects that are going to share your story with the world, which is going to inspire others, which is why you are here, essentially. You are here to experience life and to be vulnerable enough to share it, which is going to create you to have fans and leaders and people who really, not leaders, fans and followers and people who really look up to you. I feel like the knowledge, the creativity, the life force, the passion just the love that is coming and radiating from you and your life, pile one, is something that people are excited about, that they want to follow, that they want to keep up with. So it does feel like whether you write, you create music, you create art, whatever you do, whether it's even healing, maybe you're a Reiki master, maybe you read cards, it's anything like that where you can share your experiences here. You have no certain career, no certain one path. It's just life. It's just experiencing life. And I do feel like you're going to have so many people excited to be on this journey with you. It doesn't feel like it's a lonely journey. It does feel like you're going to have fans and followers and people who are going to be rooting for you throughout this path. And that's also going to be something that they look up to you for, is your vulnerability, is your ability to keep your energy in check. So what a beautiful spread. I'm just blown away by this, pile one. You have an amazing life purpose, like truly amazing life purpose. So let's see what Lord Shiva, how he kind of ties into all of this. So he's talking about transcendence, rising up, honoring your inner force, which Bridget was talking about here. Joan of Arc was talking about with not, letting the fear of persecution stop you. This is now talking about steps are being given and dancing with the universe, like the divine direction, the steps are being given. Krishna, the devotion, and Charity talking about prayer and contemplation. Ask and you shall receive. You are being guided. The universe is here with you. So I feel like the more you tap into that spirituality, like I said, the more you'll notice these steps, these signs, these messages from your guides and the universe, and the more help you'll be able to have on this journey. And I do feel it is a time to celebrate for you, because with that initiation card and the expression card and even your grief and loss and anger, I feel like you are you're losing some things in your life that aren't working for you anymore, and you're gaining this new initiation into who you are truly supposed to be and what you are truly supposed to be doing. So I do feel like it is a time for celebration. It is a time for dance. It is a time to just really tap into this person you're becoming and these experiences you're going through. Again, remembering that your ultimate path here is happiness, and it's just taking one step at a time towards that, and then sharing those experiences as you go. What an amazing, amazing spread. And I truly see how Lord Shiva fits into all of this, because you are such a transcendent soul and you have many experiences to go through, pile one, and your life purpose is truly figuring out a passionate, creative, visionary way to share what you have learned, to share your experiences of transcendence. And in fact, what's great is Shiva Lingam has been called the stepping stone to enlightenment. The energies that you put into Lingam will be stored and can be assessed when you hold it. It's a stone of vision and expansion, and it's truly a sacred stone, and it connects to our root chakras as well as the crown chakras, which are where, again, those messages from the universe and our guides come from. And if that doesn't say transcendence, I don't know what does. So wow, this has been a amazing reading. I was definitely not expecting such a divine reading to come through, but you really are a special soul if you chose pile one, and you have such a beautiful life purpose of learning, growing, gaining wisdom, and then finding a passionate, creative, visionary way to share that with the world, which will inspire everybody around you and inspire people that you don't even know that come across your work and your creations. So keep going and growing into this person that you are always meant to be. You have such an amazing life ahead of you, pile one, and I feel like you're starting the initiation into all of this miraculous, divine experiences. So I'm so excited for you, and I wish you nothing but the best on this magical, truly magical life ahead. You have such a divine life purpose here. So thank you for tuning in and letting me read for you. I appreciate your energy and your time, and I really appreciate your purpose. I'm so happy you're here on earth to inspire so many people, and you're just such an incredible person. If the reading resonated in any way, feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear your experience, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome to your reading, pile 2. You have picked Isis, Magic Manifesting, which is getting me so excited already for your reading. I feel like some interesting things are going to come up. I've also picked the Pyrite crystal. So let's set these guys up here so that you can see them during your reading. And let's get right into it. I'm excited to figure out what your life purpose is and get some insight from your spirit guides. Let's see what's going to come up, pile 2. We're going to be pulling 9 cards from this deck. All right, let's get 3 more for you, pile 2. All right, there we go. All right, let's see what we've got. Ooh, starting off with Diana, focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcome. All right, I like that to start off with. Going off of the Isis card too, it feels like talking about intentions here when it comes to maybe manifestations. I feel like your purpose in life is to kind of have what you want. So get more focused with your intentions, get more serious with telling the universe what your exact intentions are. Not that you just want to be successful. Well, how, what, why? Really dig into that and get really focused with your intentions, because I do feel like it is part of your life purpose to actually have your dream life. This is also asking you to think about your desire, but set your sights high. So what is the ultimate? What is the top dream for you? Start putting out those intentions into the universe, because I'm getting a feeling already you have a knack for manifesting, whether you know it yet or not, pile 2. And also, you are supposed to have a life filled with what you want. So it does feel like your guides here are asking you to get a little bit clearer about your intentions when it comes to manifesting and thinking about your dream life, because I think it is your life purpose to have what you truly want. So if you're going to have what you want anyways, you might as well get specific about it. Ooh, next we've got Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. All right, from this, I'm already getting that you're somebody that is supposed to, in a way, ripple things, in a way, take action, take charge, lead by example. I feel like you are somebody that when you do something, people look up to you, and then they're going to be inspired to do it also. You might already know that about you, that you're a bit of an influential type of person. So I think at sometimes, pile 2, you might lack on that action, right? You might lack a little bit because maybe others are watching or others are going to take inspiration. So sometimes you feel like maybe if it's not perfect, it's not worth sharing, but that's definitely untrue. This card here, Commander Ashtar, is really calling on you to walk your talk, lead by example. You are a magnetic person, clearly, with having Isis and manifesting as the card you've picked overall. So yeah, this card is really just asking you to keep leading by example, keep walking your talk, keep being you, genuinely you, because there is magic, there is power in that. You do have the ability to inspire people just by being you, and you don't have to be perfect. So don't worry about things being perfect. That is, that's a concept. There is no such thing as perfect. You are perfect as you are. So walk your talk, be you. And the more you are authentically, genuinely you, the more people you inspire. Oh, next you've got Joan of Arc. Some very strong cards here to start off with. Voice of Truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Like, this goes hand in hand with take charge, walk your talk. This is now saying stand strong and speak your truth. And don't let the fear of persecution stop you. Again, like, sometimes you might let the fear of perfectionism or what others think stop you by truly walking your walk and being you. But at times when it comes to expressing yourself, I feel like you may get stuck at times with that fear of persecution, with that fear of, oh, again, am I going to get judged? What are people going to think? So this is really, I love Joan of Arc coming to you, Pile 2, to really tell you to stand in your power. You have a lot of power in just being you. You clearly have a magnetic energy here with these two cards. And here, this is really saying that you have something to say, you have something to share. So, don't let anyone stop you. Call to action, voice of truth, like the way you speak, but also the way you walk, the way you dress, the way you express yourself. All of these things are really magnetic about you. So don't hold back, Don't let the fear of judgment or persecution hold you back, Pile 2, because you're really special. And just by being you, genuinely being you and not trying to do anything else, you're actually inspiring people. You actually don't even really have to do anything specifically to inspire others and be magnetic. It's just innately within you, and you almost have to get over these fears of judgment and persecution and just kind of shine your light and be out there and be your wacky, quirky self, because that is essentially what is magnetizing about you. And I do feel like that's something you've maybe pushed down in the past, Pile 2. You've maybe felt like you were a bit too much or a bit too quirky or a bit too weird. But Spirit here is really letting you know, and your spirit guides here are really letting you know that that is your power here. You're being called to be you and to speak your truth here. So there's power in that. There's power in who you truly are. Oh, beautiful. You've got Green Tara, Supreme Protection. You are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation, trust. This to me signifies that you have a lot of spiritual connections and you are divinely protected. This makes me feel like Archangel Michael could be around you, often protecting you. You have a lot of guides and animal guides, spirit guides, all types of different guides, loved ones. Everybody is protecting you. You really are protected from other dimensions, from other worlds. I love this for you because this, again, almost gives you that foundation and that knowing that it's okay to be you. It's okay to walk your talk. It's okay to speak your truth. Because guess what, Pile 2? You are protected. You have people behind you. You have spirit behind you, protecting you and helping you to cut away the things that are not for your highest good. So I feel like a big theme for you in your life, Pile 2, up to this point has been a little bit of fear of being who you truly are because you don't feel protected or comfortable enough to do so. And this is your spirit guides telling you right now, you are protected, you are safe enough. So don't worry anymore. You don't have to worry about being who you truly are because you are protected on a divine level. And that brings tears to my eyes. That is such a beautiful thing because to really truly be ourselves and let our soul shine, we have to feel safe. We have to feel comfortable. And I feel like that's something that you haven't felt too often in your past. And your spirit guides are here to be like, hey, we're here. We protect you so much every day. You are so loved. You are so protected. Please feel safe to be yourself finally. This is like your permission, from your spirit guides. It is okay now to really be yourself. How beautiful. And as I'm saying your spirit guides and you're protected, you have the divine director show up as your next card. This is talking about intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. The know you are being guided goes perfectly with the Supreme Protection card. Like I said, you have so much guidance, support, and love from the spirit world. The divine director is actually the divine director of our guardian angels. So I said, it felt like maybe Archangel Michael is around you quite often protecting you. Well, you for sure have your guardian angels around you protecting you all the time. They really, really are. You are divinely guided by your spirit guides, by your angels. And whether or not you know that, pile 2, I feel like that is something that you are able to truly tap into this life. So if you don't already commune with your spirit guides or your guardian angels, I would definitely implore you to start looking into that and looking into different modalities to connect with them, because you are extremely guided and protected here. And that is really, I feel like they want you to know that. Your spirit guides are wanting you to know this. They're bringing this up for you so that you feel comfortable enough to start being yourself, right? Because like I said, the more you know you have people on your side rooting for you, the more you're going to be able to let out your true self and feel comfortable in doing that. So know that you are not only protected, you are also being guided to your highest purpose and your most magical life, your dream life, truly. Like I said, with that first card, it feels like you are supposed to have what you've always wanted. Next, we have Kali Ma. Facing fear. This makes a lot of sense with how I was saying in your past. It feels like maybe you didn't feel as comfortable being your true self. I think you're facing that right now, though. And with this fear that you're facing, major spiritual changes are unfolding, and this is your chance to soar. So I do feel like there is something internally more than probably externally here for you, pile 2, but it could be external as well. But I do feel like this is a bit more of an internal fear, that fear of people judging you, that fear of persecution, that fear of people not believing you, that fear of truly letting your most genuine self out. That has been something that you have struggled with in the past, and now I feel like you're saying no more. I want to be me. I've been so tired of living in this box. I want to let my soul out. I want to be this crazy, quirky, amazing, magical person that I know I am. And I believe that with you facing this fear, like this card says, this is a chance to soar for you. This is a new beginning. This is starting you on this path of getting what you've always wanted, of being you, of having that awesome, magical dream life that you've always wanted. So keep going with facing that fear. I feel like this is an amazing thing that you are doing right now. And I think it's beautiful that you're being reminded here by your guides that while you face this fear, you are guided by us and you are protected by us. So keep going, keep facing that fear, keep putting on that warrior-like energy and trudging forward, pile 2. Oh, next we have White Eagle showing up for you. Ancestors spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Okay, so I'm seeing and sensing here with White Eagle by Kali Ma. Part of this facing fear that you're going through is actually connected to family in a way. So maybe it was family that made you feel in the past that you couldn't be who you truly were, right? Maybe your family growing up judged you and ridiculed you for the way that you dressed or what you said, or heck, the music you listened to, right? It feels like there is some sort of family tie, because White Eagle really truly does not show up unless there is something family related going on. So, and he always shows up when there's healing that is available or healing that is already happening. So if you already are going through this, then White Eagle is here to let you know that the healing is able to happen for you. Keep going. Like it says, it can be healed now. This wound, this pattern, whatever this is, you are putting in the work and it is going to get healed. So keep facing that fear. Now, if you haven't started yet, I do feel like this could be a kind of cookie crumb to what's going on with you facing the fear. So maybe you weren't aware that what you're working through is tied to family. But like I said, a lot of the times we hold stuff that happened to us from the past, like something a family member said or did or didn't do or didn't say, right? So I do feel like if you are looking into some shadow work right now, pile 2, or whatever you're facing that fear of right now, there could be a tie here, or most likely a tie here with family. So if you haven't thought about that yet in your healing journey, White Eagle is here to let you know there is a tie to family with this situation. So, look into that, connect to your lineage, figure out where that root is coming from, and then, heal it. It can be healed. So beautiful. I do feel like that is something that White Eagle is touching on here, is it's definitely tied in and related to your lineage or family in some way. And I feel like these 2 cards are reflecting why you haven't felt in the past like you could be your true self, because there's been something to do with family here that has pushed you down, ridiculed you, judged you, and now that's why it's hard for you at times to truly be yourself and truly say what you want to say, right? But you're either working on it currently or you're about to start working on it, and that is amazing. That's some really, really great shadow work to be doing, and you are going to unlock some powers with it. I feel like you're going to unlock some manifesting powers. You're going to allow some room for some higher vibrational energies to come in once you release this fear and this family wound is healed. I do feel like it is your purpose in a way also to heal this. This could be an ancestral wound as well, something that has gone on through generations, and now you're noticing it and you're feeling like, okay, I'm going to heal this now. It stops with me. I'm not going to let this continue on in my family and my lineage. So I do feel like this healing, this facing this fear is also part of your life purpose. This is something that you are supposed to become aware of at some point, and you are supposed to heal, and it is healable, okay? It is able to be healed. So I do feel like this is part of your life purpose, is to work through this family wound. Oh, beautiful. Next, we've got Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. This is definitely goes right in hand with White Eagle coming up. So again, pile 2, this might even more specifically be a mother figure or a female figure in your family, or a female figure that was like family to you growing up. So I do feel like your guides here are asking you to choose love and peace, and to choose forgiveness, and to let go of the need to be right with this person. Whoever or persons that this is talking about, White Eagle is touching on. I do feel like love and peace and forgiveness is the right way to go here. Your guides are really touching on not coming at this from anger or coming at this as like blaming other people. I feel like this needs to be approached from an understanding that there is no need for anybody in the situation to be right. This can be healed by just saying, okay, this is what happened. There's no right or wrong. This is just what happened, okay? Now let's choose to move on with love and peace and heal this instead of pointing fingers. Well, it was your fault. No, your fault. Well, it only happened because you said that. Well, it wouldn't have happened if you said that. None of that matters here. It's in the past. It doesn't matter. What matters is moving on and letting go of the need to be right or wrong. Okay, that's going to really help in this situation. And I feel deeply for you, pile 2, as I have very similar situations in my life and very similar family wounds that I have to heal. These 3 cards right here are hitting me deep as well. So I completely know what you're going through here. The magical thing about this is White Eagle is showing up and letting you know that whatever this wound is in your family, it can be healed. It was always going to be healed. It was supposed to be healed. It is part of your life purpose to be healed, or else you wouldn't have 3 cards talking about this one situation, right? And again, they even are playing off of some of the fear and persecution you felt in your life and judgment you felt. So it definitely is part of your life purpose to heal this. I do feel like if you don't heal this, pile 2, it's going to keep you from getting what you've always wanted. It's going to keep you from manifesting your dream life, and it's going to keep you from your true life purpose. So I think that's why you've got 3 cards coming up for this situation with your family wound, or the healing that needs to be happen, or the healing that needs to happen around your family. It really is part of your life purpose. You may have even chosen to reincarnate into this family to help heal the lineage. And then we've got the Miriam, Sacred Vision. Again, talking about choose to forgive in order to heal, see the light in all, remember that love has no boundaries. Beautiful. I do feel like you have to take a bit of that sacred vision to get past this family wound, this generational wound. It does feel like you are the one in the family that holds this sacred vision. Feels like maybe generations before you didn't have the capacity to forgive, to see the light in all, to realize that it was an ancestral or generational problem, and to speak up and say something about it. So you really actually hold this sacred vision within you. You hold the ability to choose love, forgiveness, to face the fear, and you hold the sacred vision of healing, of unity for your family, for your lineage. I do feel like it's something you want. Something that you've always wanted was a more put together family, maybe a more functional family. So I do feel like it's a massive part of your purpose here and your life purpose, pal, to actually heal your family wounds, because your whole bottom cards here are honestly talking about that. And it's giving me the feeling that once you heal this, that's what gives you the strength and the confidence and the ability to manifest everything you've wanted, and to have your dream life, to have the family, to have the career, to have the love. It feels like a lot of what you want stems from healing this family wound, which makes sense why it's coming up a lot and saying, you know, this is a big purpose of yours. Because once this is healed, you get the relationship you've always wanted. You get the family dynamic you've always wanted. You get the career that, you know, is successful. You get the finances. You get the house. You get the vacations. I'm seeing it all. You get it all once the family wound is healed. So it's such a massive part of your life purpose, is to really not push this away, but to heal it, to look at it, to face the fear, and to approach it with love and peace and sacred vision. And know that while you do this healing, your guides are helping you, they are guiding you, and you are protected, divinely protected. So set those intentions on what it is that needs to be healed in your family. And I do feel like a lot of you are already working on this, like I said. But if this is something that you haven't thought about yet and you've been wondering why your manifestations aren't working or why things aren't happening the way you want them to, it's because you haven't healed this or you haven't started healing it, okay? So let's pull out our next deck. We're going to get out the dragon deck and see what the dragons have for you, pile 2. So thank you, angels and guides, for tapping me into the collective of pile 2 and giving any messages that they need to know for their life purpose and anything their spirit guides need to bring through, please, for the highest good of all. With that energy. All right. So first we're going to ask, what is at the core of what you love to do? So what's at the core, of what you love to do? Okay. Independence. You're an independent, aren't you? All right. Carving your own path. You like to go down the path less traveled, don't you, pile 2? You are that trendsetter, that go-getter. You're like, no, I want to do it my way. You crave independence. You crave doing things your own way. And that's really what makes you happy. And in any way, and in job, career, relationship, friendship, you like doing it your own special way. I'm getting the energy that you're the type of person when you start a new job and you're going through that training period where they're telling you, no, this is how we do things, this is how we file the papers, this is how we use the printer. That is so difficult for you, pile 2, because you just want to do it your way. You are like, okay, I know how to use a printer. I know how to file paper. Leave me alone. I know how to do it the most efficient way for me. I've got it. You are that independent person who really loves to take your own path. Maybe not even the road less traveled, just your own path, a whole new one, a whole different one. Look at how eager this dragon looks to get on that path. He even has his claws out like he's just like ready to go. He's ready to go down his way. So it does feel like 100% at the core of what you love to do. It has to include your own way and independence. So I do feel like when that comes to pertaining to your life purpose, that means like you are a very creative, kind of trendsetter type of person. Your life purpose is not sitting in an office, clinking away at a job that somebody else told you how to do. That is the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. So next we're going to ask, what's in the way of you doing more of what you love? So what's currently in the way of you being on your own independent creative path right now? Healing. You've got some healing to do. You've got some shadow work to do. You've got some blockages in the way of your creativity and your independence right now, pile 2. So you need to do a little bit of healing and restore that hope within you that there is still light left. I love this card. As you can tell, they're in the night. It's dark, and the only light illuminating is this little fairy being, and this dragon is just following the little light, even though it's dark and they can't see, everything around them. They're restoring hope and they're, going after the light. So this card really talks about when you're in that dark place and it doesn't seem like there's hope, it doesn't seem like there's healing, it doesn't seem like there's anywhere to go, and you're blind to anything positive. It's asking you to restore that hope and find that little bit of light and just follow that. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It doesn't have to be a big step. Just find that little fairy light, that tiny little bit of light in the dark, and follow it every day. And eventually, it's not going to be a little light anymore, and it's not going to be dark out. It's going to be a massive light, and it's going to be shining on you and everything around you. So it does feel like there's a little bit of healing and shadow work to be done here for you, pile 2, before you can really or not, sorry, not before, that is blocking you really from that independence and going down your own path. So I'm sure you're aware of what that is. It feels like this is something you've probably healed a little bit and taken a break from. So I think your spirit guides here are asking you to go back to that, because it is blocking you of doing what you truly love to do right now. So something to look into. Next, we're going to ask, what should you be aware of for more aligned opportunities? So what can you be aware of for some aligned opportunities? Culmination, completion and renewal. All right, so this card here is talking about looking back on all of the things that you have completed, kind of sitting in this throne, basking upon all of the things that you have already culminated in your life, that you already have completed. Now that is going to help renew you. It's going to renew your confidence. It's going to renew your life force energy. It's going to renew your memory that, like, oh yeah, I am a badass. Oh yeah, I have accomplished a lot in my life and completed a lot. And that's going to rev you up and get you back into that mindset, into that energy, and it's going to renew you, which is going to bring you some more aligned opportunities. So it does feel like maybe you're forgetting your power a bit, pile 2. Maybe you're forgetting how much you truly have conquered and culminated in your life so far. So take a second, take some time out of your day and really contemplate what it is that you have already done, how far you have come, and congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back, because it's going to renew you. And now that you have that new energy about you, that new mindset about you, it's going to actually bring you more aligned opportunities. You're going to be more magnetic to those opportunities. So don't forget how far you've already come, pile 2. And that's also going to help you with this family healing, because I feel like you've already healed a lot. You are no stranger to healing. So I do feel like your guides are reminding you how badass you are and how far you have come. And that's going to give you that renewal, that energy in your tank again to, like, tackle the next thing. So the next question, let's ask, what are you here to bring into the world? What are you here to bring into the world, pile 2? I don't want to shuffle right on top of all of the cards, so I'm just doing it a little bit off screen. I know I like to watch the shuffling, so I know some people enjoy it. I try and get it on the camera as much as possible, but I don't want to completely wreck all of the cards over here. There we go, that one right there. So what are you here to bring into the world? I love this card. Returning, going with the flow. So this card really talks about going with the flow, kind of like how nature goes with the flow. The flowers aren't bloomed all year round. You do go with the flow. You do accept everybody. I don't feel like you're a judgmental person in really any way. You seem to just love and accept everybody, and you go with the flow. You don't have these types of rigid edges to your personality, and that is something so unique and so special. And I love that that is what you're here to bring into the world. You're here to bring in that easy, go with the flow type of energy, because let's be honest, we all need to go with the flow a little bit more. We need people like you, pile 2, to teach us this, to demonstrate to us that we don't have to be so rigid and so in a box. We don't have to be so dang judgmental about everything and everyone, right? So I think that's an absolutely magical quality that you possess, that you can go with the flow. Plans change, and instead of getting upset and angry, you're the type of person that's just like, hey, who cares? Let's make it into a new adventure. maybe something new and exciting will happen because our plans changed. And I feel like that is something really special about you that you don't notice too often. I don't know if you realize how much you really are able to go with the flow overall, but I love that this is being brought up. Your guides are really reminding you, like, this is a really special quality about you, and you inspire others to be this way just by demonstrating it yourself. So thank you from me to you, Pile 2, because I need this reminder as well. So thank you for being somebody who goes with the flow. That is beautiful. So next we are going to ask, what can you grow from right now? So what can you grow from right now? What can Pile 2 grow from currently? Whoop, there it is. You can grow from inspiration. Yes. Like I said, there is that bit of blockage for your creativity and independence right now. So that makes a lot of sense. You do need a little bit of inspiration back in your life right now to grow. I'm feeling it's maybe feeling a little bleak, maybe a little mundane for you, maybe a little boring in a way. So I love that the inspiration card has come out to let you know that this is what you can grow from right now. So whether that means, reading a new book, looking at art, going for a nature walk and really being inspired by the smells, the sounds, the sights, maybe getting out a sketchbook and inspiring yourself by creating something new. Whatever it is that you personally do to bring yourself inspiration, go ahead and do that, Pile 2, and that's really going to help you grow right now. You need some inspiration in your life. All right, so next let's ask, where should you put your energy right now? So where should you be focusing your energy, Pile 2? Invention, burning with passion. Well, that goes right along with inspiration. So yes, it feels like you need some more passion, some invention. So inspiration, passion, and invention, to me, that sounds like a new project starting. Something like that needs to really grab your attention and your energy. You need to put in a little bit of excitement and passion and invention because, like I said, it does feel like you're feeling a little bit stuck or mundane or just a little bit dreary right now in your everyday life, Pile 2. So I love that your guides are like inspiration, passion, that's what you need. That's what you should focus on. So I do feel like it's been quite a while since you've done something, that has inspired you or something that has brought you passion or brought you joy. So figure out what that is for you, Pile 2, whether that is creating something new, going out in nature, whatever this is. It could be a million things, right? But figure out how you can bring a little bit of passion into your life right now. That's really what your guides are saying you should focus your energy on. So let's ask, what is the best tool for connecting to your spirit guides right now? Since your spirit guides are bringing through so many wonderful messages and wisdom here for you today, I thought it would be nice to ask, what is something that you can do to connect to them on a deeper level? So let's see what they say. So what can Pile 2 do, please? And there it is. You can. Ooh, enlightenment, moving forward. I love this card. This card for me touches a little bit on to spirituality, talking about that enlightenment, but it also doesn't have to. It can be something like the way you speak to yourself. You can enlighten the way that you speak to yourself internally. You can bring in more love and more light. It really is a beautiful card. Again, kind of has that feeling like your healing card of being in the dark. We have the moon up here. It's dark and the only light they have is this little lamp. And that's kind of the point of moving forward with enlightenment, is you don't know everything at once. It is kind of like following the light in a dark alley, follow the light. But that's what brings you enlightenment, is putting yourself out of your comfort zone is how you grow. So I do feel like here your guides are saying, if you want some more messages from us, if you want some more contact with us, you need to keep moving forward with your enlightenment, with your spirituality practice. So maybe Pile 2, if you have done a little bit of meditation here and there, or maybe a little bit of some sort of spiritual modality to try and connect with your spirit guides, I feel like they're calling on you here to keep moving forward, keep following the light, keep trying. Maybe it didn't work the first time. Try again. Maybe if it didn't work, try something else. Keep trying, keep moving forward. Don't give up on trying to get contact from your guides here, okay? Your guides here are letting you know the best thing to do is to keep moving forward, keep enlightening yourself. Okay, on to our next deck. We are going to pull 4 cards from our crystal deck. So thank you, angels and guides, for tapping me into the collective of pile 2 and bringing forth some information on their life purpose, as well as messages from their spirit guides, whatever they need to know right now for the highest good of all. Clear that energy. All right, let's see what's going to come out from the crystal deck for you. Do that one. That guy. Let's get 2 more. That one. That one. Oh, we're starting with initiation. That is so interesting. This was actually the first crystal card that pile 1 had as well. I love that. All right, so this is Argonite and the fire element. So this is talking about an initiation into a new chapter, a new phase, a new cycle, a new way of being or thinking internally or externally. So it does feel like with some of the healing that has come up in your reading already, pile 2, it does feel like you are in a way initiating yourself into this new phase. You're healing some things you haven't looked at in a while, or maybe that you've put on the back shelf. You're starting to really overturn these things and look at these shadows and realize like, hey, this is what is holding me back. So I feel like you are initiating yourself into who you are truly supposed to be with this healing that you're going through. It's going to essentially, it is the building block for you to have what you've always wanted, for you to manifest what you've always wanted, your dreams, your goals, your reality, your dreams and goals becoming your reality. So it does feel like you're starting this initiation into this healing, into, fixing all of these ancestral wounds, and that's going to be the jumping point into everything you've always wanted and the initiation into who you are truly supposed to be in this life. Oh, beautiful. Empathy, rose quartz, and Venus coming up for you. So that makes a lot of sense again with this healing that is part of your life purpose. Rose quartz is really, it's actually sitting right here. I have some rose quartz. It is that crystal that carries the energies of divine, unconditional love, acceptance, compassion, and care. And that is, I feel like, the energies that you are tapping into right now to do this healing, to get past these wounds and these traumas, and to do the shadow work. You really have to tap into that empathy, especially when you're doing ancestral healing. You have to have empathy to understand why the people in your family chose to do the things that they did, right? So I do feel like this is the perfect card for your journey right now, as you are tapping into a lot of that empathy, that care, and that compassion, and you're using that to help you heal. Next, we've got Insight, Peach Selenite, and Universal Chakra. This is such a beautiful card. It does feel like you are somebody who has a lot of insight and wisdom, and I do think you're going to gain so much more. That is part of your life purpose, and that is honestly could be part of why you were meant to go through this healing of this family pattern or wound. It's going to bring you so much more insight with who your family is, your lineage, who you are, what you want in this world. I feel like this is going to help you to just understand what it is you truly want out of life, you're going to get so much beautiful insight from this journey that you're on. And I do feel like you are somebody who is supposed to share that insight with the universal chakra coming up, and you see this group of people. It does feel like you have that energy of being able to share your experiences with empathy and care and compassion, and in turn it can help others who have gone through the same thing. So don't think that going through all of this healing is for nothing. You're going to gain wisdom and insight, and you're also going to be able to share that with others who have also gone through the same type of pain and trauma in their life. And perspective is coming up for you, Larimar and Neptune. I do feel like a huge shift in your perspective is coming about, because you are looking at things from a different way. You're realizing the reason you're held back, the reason you're not getting what you want is really because of this family wound, this healing that needs to happen. So you're starting to shift your perspective. You have been in the past like, I want nothing to do with them, and you just kind of ignore it. And now your perspective is like, wow, I need to pay attention to this and heal this, because it's actually affecting me. It's actually affecting me manifesting what I want, right? It's the block. It's what's in the way. And it's part of your life purpose to come to this new perspective of realizing, wow, okay, I need to heal this to get what I've wanted out of life, okay? Really, so far from what I'm seeing, Pile 2 for you, when it comes to your life purpose, I know I've said this a million times before, but it really feels like a huge part of your life purpose is healing this ancestral family wound or pattern. Because once you heal it, everything you've ever wanted is going to come after it. And then your life purpose is not just healing it, it's sharing how you healed it and bringing that insight and wisdom to others. So whether that means writing a book about your experiences, making art, creating music to explain your experiences, or even becoming somebody who helps others to work through their difficulties using things that you use to get through this, right? So again, your experience when it comes to working through this family wound is part of your life purpose. What you are going to gain and learn, this perspective, the empathy, the insight that you are going to get from all of this is part of the purpose. You have to go through it to gain that wisdom, and that wisdom is what is going to help you to share with others how to do the same thing. And once you heal this and you get everything you've wanted, and your dreams and your goals do become reality, and you're living that dream life, you're going to have people saying, well, how did you do it? How are you so happy? How did you get everything you wanted? And then that's your purpose. Your purpose is to say, well, let me tell you my insight. Let me tell you my wisdom. Let me show you how I did it in whatever way feels good for you. Because again, you've got this independence energy in you. You've got this creativity in you. You are divinely guided. You have this power to manifest within you. You've just got the block of the family wound. So I do feel like once you heal the family wound, you're going to unlock everything you want, and you're going to be able to carve out that independent path, that path that you've always wanted to take. And then others are going to ask how you did it. And that's your life purpose, is to share it in a creative way. So let's go into the last deck here, and we're going to pull 5 cards from this deck. So thank you, angels and guides, for tapping me into the collective of Pile 2 and bringing through the messages that they need to hear right now for the highest good. Whoops. Cards flying everywhere. And let's get one final card. Right, let's see what we've got. Ooh, beautiful, unique gifts coming out. This is such an interesting card. So this card really talks about those kind of quirky parts of us that we tend to hide away, that we tend to think make us weird or unloving, or unlovable. This is really talking about embracing our uniqueness, embracing those parts of us that are quirky, that are weird, that are silly, because that's what makes us us. That is our superpower. So I feel like your guides here are asking you to stop holding that back so much. It does feel like there is some part of you that sometimes doesn't let your full uniqueness out. Sometimes you hold it back a little bit, pile two. So that is something that you should stop being scared that others are going to judge you for, because it really is your superpower. Your quirkiness is what attracts people to you, and you are such a unique soul. Oh, you've got the Realm Bridger next. Beautiful. This card doesn't come out too often, actually. This card is interesting. I feel like it's directly playing off of your unique gifts card. I feel like this is getting a little bit more now into your life purpose when it comes to your specific gifts and really what it is that you are meant to do. Like I said, your life purpose is mainly, like, a huge, massive part of your life purpose is healing that family wound. But obviously that's not your only purpose, right? So now I feel like the cards are touching on your specific gifts, your specific personality traits, and the things that you can actually use when it comes to career. So kind of talking about that now. So this card I love because it's talking about visionaries, really architecture or architects from the future. It's talking about bridging the seen with the unseen, inspiration, traversing different states of consciousness, journeying, birthing ideas from stubble reality. Like, this is such an amazing card, and that's why I say I feel like it's directly tying into your unique gifts, because it feels like your unique gifts are tied into what makes you a visionary, which makes you this person that is able to bring inspiration from other realms, from other worlds, and from the unseen, essentially. The way forward may be in your dreams and visions also. This card does talk about trying out automatic writing or intuitive drawing. So if that's something, pile two, that you feel called to, definitely try it out. You can figure out how to do that just online by Googling it and researching it yourself. But definitely this is talking about bringing out that creativity in you, but not taking the opinions of others. So tapping into your creativity without those limitations and judgments of others. So do things your way. You know, do it your way, which is a unique way. So I love it. Be unique, be quirky, be weird. You know, be that realm bridger that is bringing inspiration from the unseen, from the world of magic and spirit and dreams and visions and inspiration. You are definitely a magical soul, pile two. I do feel like, especially with Isis being the card you picked and now unique gifts and realm bridger coming out, you have a lot of talent when it comes to different modalities in the spirit world. I feel like you would be great at reading cards, you're great at manifesting, when you're going to be even better at manifesting when you heal that family wound, trust me. If you're feeling like, oh, I'm not good at that yet, it will come, it will come. But anything to do with, say, Reiki, anything to do with dream interpretation, shamanism, working with deities, absolutely anything to do with that, mediumship, psychic abilities, astral traveling, automatic writing, like this card said, anything like that, I feel like you really, really excel at, pile 2. So I do feel like a lot of your life purpose is using those gifts. Full spectrum, beautiful. This card too here is touching on a little bit of that initiation and some of that healing you're going through. So the full spectrum card is talking about looking at every part of yourself, even maybe those muddy parts that aren't so pretty or that you don't like to show as often, and embracing every part of yourself, because once you embrace the full spectrum, you embrace every aspect of yourself, that's when your true power unlocks. You can see all these beautiful lotus flowers, the chakras. That's what you want. You want to unlock this unique energy. It's definitely a magical energy you have within you. And I do feel like it's going to continue to unlock, and you're going to continue to step into that full spectrum of who you truly are. The more you heal, the more you work on that family wound or pattern, and as well as just your own personal healing as well. It does feel like you're unlocking and you're initiating this new time into being full spectrum, into being fully who you are supposed to be. And that includes shadow work, right? We can't be who we truly are if we only look at the light. We have to look at the light and the dark, the yin and the yang. The shadow work has to be done with the light work, right? Oh, next you've got furred and feathered friends. I love this card. This card talks heavily on having animal energies and being able to understand animals and their needs on a deeper level than other people. And again, that totally makes sense with your unique gifts and the Realm Bridger card. Like I said, you have a very unique energy. You really do. And animals really respond to people who have that type of magical, high vibrational, loving energy within them. So it does feel like you're somebody who would really thrive if working with animals. So whether that is for a career or just on your free time, I think animals bring you a lot of peace and clarity, and they just kind of make you feel a little bit at home also, because you have such an innate ability to connect with animals of all kinds. And you may even enjoy spending time with animals a little bit more than people at times, pile 2. And I don't blame you, because I'm a bit the same way. I'm a huge animal lover myself, so I understand where that energy is coming from. Don't forget to tap into your ability to connect with animals, because they also connect back with you on this level that they don't with others. Beautiful. Stepping through. Like I said, going through this transformation, this initiation into your power, into who you're meant to be, stepping through this family wound, this pattern of pain and trauma, and going into something better. What a beautiful card. This really is talking about stepping through the energy that is not working for you into something that is working for you. It really talks about remembering to follow your heart, dream big, step through and past the things that hold you back, start new projects, believe in yourself, and take the road less traveled. You really are stepping into your true life purpose, which is so exciting. I do feel like you are here to do something magical. With your magic manifesting card, Isis kind of ties in over top of this reminding you to stay focused. Again, Diana was reminding you here to set those intentions, those focused intentions, and Isis is reminding you to, again, continue with that energy, stay focused. Why are you healing this? You're healing it so that you can get those dreams and those visions and those goals to be reality. Now, I do feel like when it comes to your life purpose, talking about career, you are supposed to carve your own independent path, and you are supposed to use your unique gifts and your realm bridging gifts, as well as could have something to do with animals tied in there as well. So that could be anything from a Reiki healer, somebody who works with teaching others how to work with manifesting energies, teaching others how to manifest their dream life. You could be a coach when it comes to these unique gifts. Maybe you can be a shaman and teach people how to dream weave or how to read their dreams. Maybe you're a card reader. Maybe you do Akashic record readings. With the Realm Bridger, again, that could be anything from working with sound healing. It could be these newer types of modalities, of healing modalities and stuff. Even working with witchcraft and rituals and spells. I feel like you are supposed to use these unique realm bridging, magical, energetic gifts. That is what you are supposed to do when it comes to a job. But again, your job is not your life purpose. Your life purpose is to unlock all of these unique gifts by healing your family trauma. Once you heal your family trauma, you will completely step into your full power, who you truly are. You'll be able to manifest anything you want in a snap of a finger, and your unique, energetic, psychic gifts will unlock, and then that is what you can use for a career. And with Pyrite, overall choosing Pyrite, that definitely makes a lot of sense as well, since iron pyrite helps to get rid of negativity, which I feel like you are doing with healing this family wound. It really helps to block out negative energy and pollutants on all levels, and it protects your physical and stubble bodies. And it's a very, very positive stone. So that's what I feel like you're stepping from those kind of negative energies into those more positive, shining energies. Also great at relieving anxiety and frustration and boosting your self-worth and confidence. It increases your energy, and it helps to block and it also helps to block any energy leaks from your aura or physical body. So this would be amazing to have on you right now while you're going through this healing journey. If you are into crystals, pile 2, something to look into for you is pyrite. But like I said, this perfectly fits with your overall reading, with going from those denser energies, building yourself up, going through this transformation, going through this enlightenment, this healing, more empathy for yourself. You're going from those denser energies to those lighter, high vibrational energies. And in doing so, you're going to be able to manifest anything you want. So overall, pile 2, your life purpose is definitely healing your family and ancestral trauma. And then secondly, using your unique gifts and the insight that you gain from that healing to help others and to create careers and beautiful things for yourself. So wow, that's amazing. I feel like you got a lot of insight. Like I said, some of you may be aware that that is what's holding you back right now, some of your manifestations, and some of you might not have been aware that it had anything to do with family. And it's like, we can't get away from that. It was so prominent in your reading. So that's why I just keep saying it's truly part of your soul's life purpose is to heal the ancestral trauma. It is, part of why you're here. It truly is. So what a magical reading and what a magical soul you have. You are such a kind soul and you have so many unique gifts, and they really are going to be fully unlocked once you go through that healing. So I wish you nothing but the best. I really, really do. I've had some deep shadow work and family healing I've had to go through, and I'm still working through. So it is a journey. It's not about the destination. And don't worry if it is going to take you a little while. It's not supposed to happen overnight. So much love to you, Pile 2. So thank you, Pile 2, for letting me read for you. I really do appreciate it. This was such a magical reading, and I'm sending you so much love and light. If anything resonated, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your experience, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, Pile 2. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. You picked Lady Portia, Divine Order, and the Amethyst crystal. This was the perfect crystal to pair with Lady Portia and her beautiful purple energy. So let's stick that up there so you can see it during your reading. And let's get right into it and figure out, what is your life purpose, Pile 3? We're going to start off with 9 cards from the Keepers of the Light. So let's pull your cards. All right, let's get the bottom row. All right, and 2 more. Here we go. Whoa, all right. Starting with a great card, Lord Ganesh, Infinite Abundance. Obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. I love Lord Ganesh. He is the deity that helps to remove obstacles in our way and bring us abundance. So this is a really interesting card to start off with. I do feel like you are meant to have what you desire in this life, and you are meant to work through all obstacles put in your way. We've got Kuan Yin coming up for you with care and compassion. Choose to be love, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. All right, so I'm getting like you're a very caring, compassionate, and empathetic person. Definitely feels like you always try to do what is best for those involved to make everybody happy in a situation. So that's a very interesting energy. I'm excited to see how that ties into the rest of your cards here. Ooh, Lady Venus. Downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Now, this card is interesting. It talks about psychic downloads, connections with our spirit guides, connections with the universe. Talks about if you hear ringing in your ear, angel numbers, communication from spirit guides. So it does feel like you are also somebody who is quite spiritually connected, whether or not you have a conscious awareness of it or not. Some of us aren't aware how deeply connected we are on a spiritual level until we start diving into our spirituality a bit more. But I am letting you know, if you aren't somebody who does a lot of spirituality, it might be something to look into for you, pile 3, just because I am feeling with this Lady Venus card, you are quite connected to receiving those downloads and messages from the universe, whether you're conscious of it or not. You may be somebody who sees a lot of angel numbers. Maybe you come across feathers when you're out and about and walking a lot in nature. So I like how you are somebody who is caring, compassionate, but also you're able to connect psychically and get those downloads and information from the higher realms. That together is already kind of painting a bit of a picture for me in my head of what I feel like your life purpose is. So let's keep flipping cards and see if I am on the right track. You've just got the healing card. So you know what? I think I am. I'm just going to put it out there and say it. It feels like you are the type of person who would be amazing at doing healing type of work. A therapist, a social worker, a teacher, somebody who, even like a nurse or a doctor, somebody who works in alternative healing, possibly like Reiki or yoga even. Reiki, sound healing, yoga, anything like that where you're able to use your care and compassion and your connection to the universe. It really feels like you have that ability to be such a healing soul for others. So it does feel like that could be a big part of your life purpose. So Hilarion here is talking about divine healing. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Yes, definitely that last line, your light can support others. It feels like you have a very healing energy, a very caring, loving energy. But you have to remember here, your spirit guides are also reminding you to honor your own sensitivity and make sure you're recharging and healing yourself before you do this for others, okay? So make sure your cup is full before you are giving to others, because you feel like somebody who so openly and honestly cares for others and is just so quick to give to others. So make sure that you are giving yourself the same love, care, compassion, and healing that you do give to others, okay? Honestly, already so far, I'm feeling like you are supposed to use this loving, healing, connected energy to help others. It does feel like that is part of your life purpose. Oh, wow. Supreme protection, Green Tara. You are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation, and trust. Feeling at times you may not trust your own powers and your own abilities. Maybe at some times you second guess yourself, like, am I able to do this job? Can I really help others? But you truly can, you really can. So keep trusting in yourself and your abilities. And I love how this is talking about cords are being cut, and Lord Ganesh is talking about obstacles are being removed. So I do feel like this is spirit showing up for you saying, we are helping you on your path. We are helping you to achieve your truest life purpose. We are here even though you can't see us. They protect you, they guide you, and they really help you to move beyond things that aren't good for you. So I love how you've got 2 cards showing up here letting you know that Spirit really has your back, and Spirit really helps you to get over those road bumps and those obstacles that aren't good for you. Beautiful. Faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. Faith to me showing up for you again just reiterates the fact that you are supposed to use your energy in some sort of healing way for humanity. You are able to see the light in yourself and others. You really don't have such a judgmental, rigid type of outlook that some other people do. You really do see the good in people. You can look at somebody who's going through something, you know, traumatic or something difficult or depression, and you don't judge them by that. You can see that there's still light in them. You can see that there is still good in them. And that is what you're able to bring out. That's why you're such a good healer. You have the care and compassion. You have the ability to see that people aren't what they are going through, right? People have hardships and hard times, but that doesn't define them. And that's such an amazing energy to have if you're a doctor, a nurse, a caregiver, a therapist, even somebody who works with addictions or halfway houses, anything like that. You're really able to see the light in people when others have given up on them. Again, facing fear. Like I said with the green tarot card, I think at times you aren't as confident in your abilities as you should be, but I think you are starting to face some of your fears and face some of your blockages yourself. You are kind of doing your own divine healing as well as healing others. So you are facing that fear, and major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So I do feel like the more you face your fears, the more you get over that voice inside your head that tells you you're not good enough to heal other people, or you're not impactful enough to make a difference. The more you quiet that, the more you face those fears, the more you're going to soar, the more these amazing abilities are going to come out within you. So really continue to face those fears, that voice inside your head that tells you you're not strong enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're not good enough to help heal other people. I feel like a big reason why you're so good at this and why you have this care and compassion and ability to see the light in others is because you have gone through hardships yourself, which you've worked through and healed through, and now you want to help others do the same thing, right? So this is all coming from your own personal experience. So that voice inside your head that's telling you it's not good enough is completely wrong. There is no standard for somebody's experiences, and what you learn from your experiences is 100% helpful to others. It can really help and impact others to be their best self. So don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your experiences. They help you to tap into these amazing gifts you have. Oh, Archangel Michael showing up, trusting heaven. Again, you are safe. Angels stand close, surrender your concerns, and allow a miracle to occur. I love that you've got the supreme protection, Lord Ganesh here helping you to remove obstacles, and now Archangel Michael showing up for you. And Archangel Michael is actually the twin flame to Faith. They both work with this beautiful blue energy of protection and healing. So I really feel like, again, Archangel Michael is here to tell you that you are safe, you are protected, you have connections in the spirit world. You have angels, you have your guardian angels, the archangels, you have spirit guides that are with you, and they're all helping you to uncover your true life purpose and to continue down this path to everything you've ever wanted. So surrender a bit of your concerns, right? I do feel like what I said with this first card, you are supposed to have everything you wanted in this life. So keep trusting that. Don't think that you aren't supposed to or aren't going to get what you want. Again, like I said, face that fear of those inner voice of you're not good enough, or you're not strong enough, or this isn't the right path. You definitely have protection. You definitely have help in bringing you on the right path and bringing you towards what you've always wanted. So surrender a little bit of that fear, a little bit of that concern that you're not doing the right thing or that you're on the wrong path, and trust in your abilities, trust in yourself a little bit deeper, because your spirit guides really trust in you, and so does the whole spirit realm. They trust in your abilities and they know how strong and powerful you are. So now it's just your turn to trust in that. And you've got Mother Mary. Oh, beautiful. Mother Mary showed up in pile 2's reading. Love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So there may be something you're going through right now that your spirit guides are bringing up, pertaining to mother healing, or a female figure in your life, or somebody who is like a mother to you. And if that doesn't pertain to you, then this is really pertaining to any situation in your life right now where you need to really let go of the need to be right and you need to choose peace here. So it could involve a female, it could involve a mother, or it could not for some of you, but really your spirit guides here, pile 3, are letting you know it's time to let go of that need to be right. It's time to choose peace here, and that's going to help you to continue on towards your life purpose. There does feel like there is some communication as well needed around this. I think maybe a conversation needs to happen with another person here. It doesn't feel like a huge situation, but I do think that there's a bit of tug and pull that it's your fault. No, it's your fault. Well, no, this never happened, or this only happened because this person did this. So they're just, spirit guides are letting you know, let go of that need to be right or point fingers with this situation and choose some peace. That's going to help you to rectify that. All right, let's move on to our next deck and go a little bit deeper. So we are going to ask some more specific questions with this one. So thank you, angels and guides, for tapping me into the collective of pile 3 and bringing forth any messages from their spirit guides as well as info on their life purpose for the highest good of all, whatever they need to know right now. All right, so first question we are going to ask, what's at the core of what you love to do? Dominance, believing in yourself. You like to be a bit of a leader. You like to take charge. You like to, in a way, lead the revolution. You really do like to have a bit of that dominance, and not in a negative way. You want to be recognized. You want to believe in yourself. You love to have that fire inside of you, and you love those days when you just feel so good. Like, those days when you feel on top of the world and like you could do anything. That's your favorite. That's what is at the core of what you love to do. So what makes you feel that way? Think about those days where you're on top of the world and you feel so great. What are you doing? What are you doing during those days? Because what's at the core of what you love to do is not a specific thing. It's a feeling for you, pile 3. It's that feeling of believing in yourself. It's that feeling of being on top of the world. It's that feeling of dominance. Like, yes, I can take this on. I can do anything. So that's what is at the core of what you love to do. It's that feeling. It's not an actual physical action, it's a feeling. So anything that gives you that feeling is what you love to do. Beautiful. So next question, let's ask, what's in the way of you doing more of what you love? So what is currently blocking you from feeling on top of the world? What is currently blocking you from feeling dominant and believing in yourself and just feeling like you can take on anything? Enlightenment, moving forward. All right, so it feels like you're at a bit of a stagnant place in your life right now. It feels like you are needing a little bit of momentum, a little bit of forward momentum, pile 3. It does feel like enlightenment is playing a role in that. So this could be some internal enlightenment. So that could be maybe reading a new book, looking towards a new modality of healing, maybe looking into sound healing or looking into meditation. It looks like there's something here for you that you need to break that stagnancy. So whatever is going to help enlighten you internally. So it could be journaling, therapy, yoga, going out in nature, being creative, making art, meditating, anything like that is going to help you to move forward internally and enlighten yourself. So it feels like you're not feeling on top of the world right now because you haven't moved forward in your self-healing or maybe your enlightenment in a while. So it's time to learn something new, pile 3. It's time to move forward a little bit, enlighten yourself a little bit, gain some wisdom, gain some healing, and that's going to help you get back to that feeling that you love of being on top of the world and conquering. So the next question we are going to ask is, what should you be aware of for more aligned opportunities? So what should you be aware of for more aligned opportunities, pile 3? Inspiration. Interesting. All right. So that kind of goes along with what I'm saying. You're feeling maybe a little stuck and stagnant with this. You are also needing some inspiration. So however you draw inspiration is something that you need to tap into, whether, again, that's reading a book, watching a movie, going out in nature. However you draw your inspiration, that's going to bring you some more aligned opportunities right now. So bringing in some of that inspiration and enlightenment is going to help you to feel on top of the world again and to bring you some aligned opportunities. So I like that. Enlightenment, moving forward, and inspiration, your guides are letting you know here, is really going to be helpful for you. So next we're going to ask, what are you here to bring into the world? What is pile 3 here to bring into the world? Knowledge. Ah, that makes a lot of sense with what I was saying. It feels like your life purpose is definitely something to do in that healing, community, caregiving, compassionate type of area or field. It's because you have a lot of knowledge in this. And again, it's coming from your past experiences. This is something that you have experienced yourself, which is why you're so knowledgeable about. You've gone through some of these things that you can help others to go through. So you really have a lot of knowledge in this healing, caring, compassionate type of areas. So definitely your knowledge when it comes to healing is a huge, huge reason why you are here, and a huge part of what you're here to bring into the world, that beautiful knowledge that you have gained from your own experiences. So again, with that calling Ma card, how sometimes you're second guessing if you're strong enough, or if you have enough knowledge or insight to help heal other people's. Yeah, you do. You definitely do. And this is the cards letting you know, like, you are here to bring in that knowledge. So don't hide it and don't second guess it. It is definitely powerful. Let's ask what you can grow from right now. So what can pile 3 grow from right now? Independence, carving your own path. All right, so it looks like you need to be a little bit more independent in some areas of your life. So carving your own path, carving your own way, maybe not going to others so much for their guidance, and really tapping more into your own intuition for guidance. It does feel like you might go to a lot of external sources, pile 3, for information and insight, when a lot of that information and insight is actually within you. You hold the answers. You hold the best information. So keep tapping, or start tapping into that independence, into that intuition, and, stop relying so much on what people have to say externally, because they don't know you as well as you know you. So truly, you have the most beneficial information on what you need to know. And I feel like you're not tapping into that as often as you should be. You're asking others for their opinion, but it's just their opinion. It's not the truth. It's not your truth. So yeah, really, you can grow a little bit more right now from just tapping into that intuition and being a little bit more independent and trusting your gut when it comes to guidance that you're seeking. So next we're going to ask, where should you put your energy? So what can you focus your energy on right now that would be helpful for you? This card has almost come up. I think it did come up in both other readings, actually. It's definitely came up in pile 2. I think it came up in pile 1 too. I love that. Invention, burning with passion. So, putting your energy into some of your passions right now is something that your spirit guides are asking you to do, and it would be helpful for you. So, it does feel like maybe you have put off some of your hobbies or your passions or the things that you like to do on your spare time. You've put those to the side a little bit. So, this is really your spirit guides letting you know, bring that passion back, bring that invention back. You know, do something new, try a new hobby maybe, or bring those hobbies back that you put on the shelf for no good reason, right? So definitely a good place to put your energy is into a passion project, into something new, into something exciting, into a hobby, into something that you used to love doing and you stopped. That's really somewhere that you can focus your energy right now that can be helpful for you. And the last dragon card, we are going to ask, what is the best tool for for you to connect to your spirit guides right now? Since your spirit guides are giving so much wonderful insight and guidance here, I thought that would be a great question to ask how you can connect to them on a deeper level and continue to receive this guidance. Resilience, finding your limits. Okay. So to me, this card is saying that you are, and it's going really off of the Hilarion card as well. It's saying retreat to recharge and heal. It feels like you are a little drained at times energy-wise. So I think at times you are giving some people or situations or environments a little too much of your energy. And then in turn, you're feeling drained. And then when you're feeling drained and not very energetic, it's really hard to receive those messages from your spirit guides because you simply just don't have the energy, right? You don't have the energy to notice them, to receive them, and to fully integrate them. So really finding your limits here with your energy is going to help you to be able to preserve some of it to use to connect with your spirit guides. So I'm sure you can figure out some areas where you can kind of bring back a little bit of your energy, get a little bit of that resilience back, whether maybe you're doing a lot of things for other people. Like, I do feel like you're such a caring person. Like, if someone asks you to do something, it's really hard for you to say no. But that's kind of where you have to put your boundaries up and find your limits, because if you never say no, you're never going to have time for yourself. And you need that time for yourself to connect with your spirit guides and to get that insight, right? So yeah, they're really letting you know here to just check out your energy, figure out where you're maybe giving a bit too much of it out, put some boundaries in there, and then you're not going to feel so drained at the end of the day, and you can actually get some messages from your spirit guides or actually have the energy to pick them up, right? So let's get into the next deck, our crystal deck. We're going to pull 4 cards. So thank you, angels and guides, for revealing through me what pile 3 needs to know right now for the highest good of all. Clear that energy. Those 2 and get 2 more for you. Hopefully without getting all the other cards messed up. Okay. So let's see what we've got. Ooh, starting off with expression, flower, agate, and throat chakra. Beautiful. So it does feel like sometimes your expression might be a little bit difficult for you, that throat chakra. Maybe sometimes, like what I was just saying, you want to say no to somebody. You don't feel like you have enough energy, but you can't quite muster that no. You feel bad, so you say yes. So this is really calling on you to activate that throat chakra and really start expressing what you truly want to express. That's going to help you to not only step into your power, but also have that resilience and those limits that you need with your energy. That's going to help you to say, no, I'm feeling too drained right now. That doesn't mean I don't care about you. It just means that I need to take care of myself and my energy right now. Next, we've got momentum with Pyrite and Mars. So it does feel like you're on this forward momentum already towards your life purpose. So maybe you're already in school for something to do, like what I mentioned with being a therapist or a counselor or something like that, a nurse, a doctor. And if not, it feels like you still already have that momentum in some way, shape, or form. So maybe you've thought about doing something like that for your job or career, or maybe you've thought about switching to a more type of caring and compassionate type of job or path. So it does feel like you already have momentum towards your life purpose, which is amazing. You already are working on yourself as well as the things that need to happen for your life purpose to come to fruition. Next, you've got perspective, Larimar and Neptune. So this card to me is saying that there may be a perspective change that has recently happened for you or that is coming in the near future. And like this, it could be what I was just saying, how maybe you're starting to think like, hey, I do this, like an office job, but I really want to do something that's more caring and compassionate and like community centered or heart centered. So I do feel like there is a perspective coming, a shift in perspective coming, if not already happened. And it does feel like that perspective is your mindset shifting into what you truly want to do and figuring out what feels right for you. With the Lady Portia card, it's really talking about doing what you feel is right. So I think that is something that is kind of shifting a bit for you right now. Your perspective, your mindset, what is it that you truly want to do? What path do you want to go on? What does make you happy? And like I said, you have momentum. You have been thinking about that already. So I think that that is definitely shifting for you. There's momentum and mind shift perspectives going on. And then you've got trust. And again, that actually came up with some of your other cards, how I was saying you have to trust in your abilities. Sometimes it feels like you might not be so confident in your power or confident in what you want to do. But I love how this has come out for you with the Ammonite and Palace, really telling you to trust your abilities, trust those experiences that you have gone through that has given you the wisdom and insight to do this as a job, to do this as your life purpose. You have such a caring and compassionate energy along with your experiences. That makes you an amazing person to be able to do this type of work. So trust that. Trust that you are unique and trust that your experiences have made you into this amazing healer, into this amazing, caring, and compassionate person. Right, and moving on to the last deck, we are going to pull 5 cards from here. So thank you, angels and guides, for revealing through me what pile 3 needs to know about their life purpose and any last messages from their spirit guides, please. All right. There we go. 3. Let's get 2 more for you. Pile 3. We have got awakened awareness. Ooh, I love that. Definitely feels like that is fitting with that perspective card. Again, like you're kind of awakening to what it is that you truly want to do, what it is that truly makes you happy, and you're starting to think about that a little bit more. You're starting to awaken to what it is that you truly feel like you are called to do in this lifetime. And like I said, it really has to do with those amazing healing capabilities that you hold. Next, you've got communication, co-creation. Beautiful. This one is talking about community as well as other types of communication that is not your classic verbal communication. So that can be anything from healing modalities, using sound, using vibrations, as well as working with the chakras, using energy, coming from the heart chakra. This even talks a little bit about telepathy and really about just creating that community through other ways that isn't just our words, which is something I feel like you have such an amazing ability to do because of your healing, caring, and compassionate energy. I feel like you would be the type of counselor who would use a different modality for each person dependent on what they needed at that time, instead of just saying, oh, we're going to talk it out. You might be like, oh, well, this person might need to draw it out or write it out or sing it out or paint it out. You're not stuck to that one type of rigid communication, which is amazing when it comes to healing modalities, because it creates that feeling of community, it creates that feeling of safety, and it creates that feeling that people can express themselves truly around you. How beautiful. Full spectrum. Love that. I do feel like this card loves to show up. It shows up quite often, but it makes sense because to tap into our true life purpose, we really have to do that full spectrum. We can't just look at the light and not the dark. We can't just focus on one and forget the other, right? So this card really calls on looking at those parts of yourself that are maybe a little bit muddy, maybe the parts that you don't like to show too much to the world. But those are the parts that we have to embrace. We have to embrace the light and the dark. We have to do the full spectrum, or else we're really ignoring and not honoring a part of ourselves, a part of our souls. And I feel like you understand that. You understand how important it is to heal on a full spectrum instead of just healing little parts and ignoring other parts. It's all intertwined together. So I feel like this is something you've experienced in the past, and also wisdom that you can share with others, that it is in a way toxic positivity when we only look at the light. The dark exists within all of us. We all have shadows, and that is something that we usually go to counselors and healers and therapists to work on. So I love that this is showing up for you, because it shows that you understand the full spectrum of healing. You understand how everything is interconnected, and it also is bringing up the fact that you yourself have done some full spectrum healing. Oh, beautiful. Our ancient future. I love this card. We're just talking about, you have to have both the yin and the yang. And then here we go. We have this card showing up. This is a beautiful card because it's really talking about using that ancient wisdom to build a better future. So again, like I said, how your experiences are such a huge impact on why this is your life purpose. Your experiences that you've gone through in the past, aka the ancient, is something you can use to build your future. So don't disregard the things you've gone through. Don't disregard the modalities that have helped you to heal on a full spectrum scale, because they are things that you can use in your future to help others, that you can use in your practice to help others. So I love this. This is really talking about tapping into the things in your past that worked and bringing them back to help better the future. And again, I love how this is right under that facing the fear, the Kali Ma card, because that was talking about facing your fear, facing that inner voice that's saying you're not good enough, or you don't have enough experience, or you're not smart enough, or you're not going to be impactful enough to help others. Well, again, this is saying your experiences are so rich. They are so important. They are what you can use to help others better their future. Ooh, Sound of the Universe. Lovely card. This one is so magical and bright. It just is such an awesome card. I love this one. So this card is really talking about having your world shaken up a little bit and inviting a deeper glimpse of that greater mystery. So there's so many ways to peek behind our mundane world, right? And that's what it's talking about. It's talking about hearing the sound of the universe and getting out of that mundane dreariness and not seeing the beauty and the magic and the sound in the universe. So some great ways to not feel like your world is mundane is to tap into ecstatic dance, spiritual exploration, intuitive creative pursuits, and that's just a few. There's really so many things you can do to help you get out of that feeling like the world is just dreary. So really, this card is asking you to naturally imbue this awareness into your everyday existence so that you are noticing the hidden music, harmony, and wonder of your multidimensional world every day. Wow, what an amazing reading. So let's see how the card you picked, Lady Portia, ties into all of this. So this is really talking about divine order, doing what you feel is right, and an important lesson unfolding. It's a lot of sense for your overall energy, as I do feel a lot of you are starting to awaken to your life purpose, starting to awaken to doing what you love, to doing what feels good and what feels right. And I love how it says an important lesson is unfolding, because I feel like when you get into your true life purpose and you're using your amazing love and empathy and compassion and healing to help others to grow and better their future, you're going to learn so many more lessons about yourself and the world and others. And it's just going to be such a beautiful path for you, pile 3. I do feel like overall your life purpose is using your past experiences to help others grow, and in whatever way that might be for you. I do feel like a great calling for you to do those things would be anything like a nurse, a doctor, a counselor, a therapist, to work with people with addictions, absolutely anything like that, where you can share your own past experiences, connect with people on that beautiful community level, and really share your love, your light, and your healing with others, because you are such a beautiful soul and you really have the ability to impact others and heal them deeply. So don't forget that you really are a healer at heart. You really are amazing at connecting with people and making them feel better. So trust in yourself. Trust that what feels right for you is right. And then to tie it all off, you've got the beautiful amethyst, which is actually known as the Master Healing Crystal, which is absolutely perfect for you, pile 3. You can't make that up. What a beautiful synchronicity. It's a very high vibrational stone, and it carries the power of the purple ray, which is actually the power that Lady Portia carries. As you can see, she is surrounded by the purple ray, and the purple ray is really talking about transmutation. It's talking about taking something that is not working for you and transmuting it with the purple ray into something that is working for you. So that's basically, the embodiment of your energy. That's what you've been able to do in your life, and it's what you're being called to help others to do in their life, is to take an experience or a situation that is not working and figure out how to heal it, turn it around, and turn that trauma and pain into something productive. So, wow. Amethyst would be a great stone for you if you are into crystals, pile 3. I would highly suggest getting a piece of amethyst to keep on you, because it really matches your soul's vibration. It really matches that healing energy that you have. It's also excellent for spiritual workers. It helps to activate your intuition, and it also destroys negativity. And it is connected with your crown chakra. So again, I feel like that absolutely wraps up the energy that you have, that beautiful healing energy, and just keep doing what you feel is right, because you are on the correct path here, pile 3. You already know that you want to do something that helps heal people, that helps people in some way. You already know that. So that is your divine purpose. That is the divine order for your life. And you are a divinely magical healer. And you need to keep trusting in yourself and keep knowing how powerful you are, because you can truly help so many people in life, and how beautiful that is. So thank you so much, Pile 3, for letting me read for you. If anything resonated for you, I would love to hear your experience if you would like to share it in a comment. And don't forget to subscribe and like so that you don't miss another video. Thank you again, Pile 3, sending you so much love. Thank you for all you do. You are an amazing soul. I will see you in the next video. Take care, Pile 3.